Well, hello, beautiful souls. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing great. So, today's topic is going to be a little different. I want to talk about a reaction to adversity. Now, if you see me look down every now and then, that's because I have notes in front of me. This has been quite a journey on this one, and it's taken a lot of observation. I am by nature a people watcher, but I've been watching them a little more closely, which I know is kind of creepy, but since doing this exercise within myself, because I am a mindfulness practitioner, and I feel that if I'm going to be a mindfulness practitioner, I need to do the mindfulness myself. I just can't assume that I am there. After I had my Kundalini awakening, a lot of stuff became clear on what path I needed to take. But still, there's just something, under the surface that I need to crack open, that I will be able to help people on a different level and on a more understanding level. Not everything is out of a textbook. And I'm not dissing, the modalities out there. But I feel sometimes things are just too textbook and you're just ticking boxes and, okay, let's make a goals list, all this sort of stuff. That's all good and well. But if you're still harboring something deep within you that you're unaware of, those goals lists are only going to send you down further and further and further. And if they start setting time limits saying, oh, by this time we should have you here, well, it's all about how much work you put into it and how far you're willing to delve and how open your eyes are going to be to possible situations. Now, everything doesn't resonate with everyone, but some things might, and that might be enough to open their eyes a bit more. But as anything, you need to put the work into it. There is really no special techniques. I do believe if you understand how your mind works or human nature works, you have a better way to do that work, to understand, oh, that's why that happens, like your egos, your emotions, all this sort of thing. So this one here, it starts off with an event or a situation. Then from that event or a situation, and a belief or a thought that comes into your head or an emotion, then what caused that? Where did you pick up that belief or conditioning or emotion from? And I think that's where the key is trying to find that place where it happened, which is not easy. It needs, work. You have to look deep within yourself. Some people might call it shadow work. You can label it whatever you want, but you're still looking within yourself to try and find that pivotal moment in your life where that impression was stamped in your brain. So I thought I would use a good one because it just happened the other day. Now, as a quick little backstory, I live in a small village in the UK, and there's a lot of elderly people around here. Please keep that in mind. And you know what? I love elderly people. They just, no bullshit with them. They say it like it is. It's brilliant. But anyways, I had to go to the post office. So there's a great big lineup in this post office. And there's this cute little duck at the window talking to the post lady. And she's just taking her dear sweet time. She doesn't give a rat's ass how many people are lined up. Good for her. And I also observed in this lineup, which is not funny, that people were getting very angry. And I'm saying, okay. Some people totally oblivious to this little lady there yakking away to the post lady. And some people just, looked at their watch, walked out, just really didn't, they didn't come across as angry. The body language wasn't saying they're angry. It was like, oh, I can't stand here any longer. I got to get going. I'll come back later type thing. Some people got extremely angry, huffing and puffing, and all the people behind them knew about it. And they literally stomped, stomp out the store. Because it the post office is in a convenience store or the corner shop. So I'm watching this, and I thought, okay, what's my reaction to this? Well, yeah, I'm not really annoyed, but I'd rather be doing something else than standing in this lineup. And then I'm thinking, okay, I knew that between this time and this time, it's usually full, but I came anyways. So we've got, a senior citizen there at the window. How many visitors does she get a day? Is this her outing? Is this her human contact with somebody else? So she's taking advantage of it. She's having a little chit chat with the post lady about where she's sending this envelope to, and I think it was a grandchild or something, and how old they're going to be, and it's their third grandchild. I thought, you know what? If this is a bit of human compassion and contact for her, why not? What's 10 minutes out of my life standing here when she has to go home and sit there with nobody to talk to? And this again is just all assumptions on my part. So I started looking at, the one who stomped off, made a big hurrah about it. Where did that anger come from? What happened in that person's life that they could get that angry to the point of letting everybody know that they're angry and stomping off? And then I got thinking, well, it's probably better that this person stomps off and leaves, because what would he do to that poor post lady when he gets up there? Because he seemed of that mentality. Again, this is an assumption on my part, but when you see somebody with arms crossed going from leg to leg and their face is turning red, they are ready to blow. They're at that pinnacle of they're going to explode. But at least he had the decency to leave, which is a good thing. And then I observed, the other one that walked away just sort of glanced at their watch and off they went. I thought, okay, that person there, they were waiting in line. They probably knew it could be busy. Let's take a punt and go in there and see what happens. Oh, okay, I can't wait any longer. I've got to go somewhere. I've got to do something. So they left instead of standing there getting angry or antsy or stressed out about it because they're going to be late for something. Who knows? So I wonder what in their life or conditioning or belief that they've had that gives them that attitude or that response to the situation. And then you have the ones that are totally oblivious. And this kind of makes me laugh because, sorry people, if there's any younger ones out there watching, it's the younger generation because they're on their phone. And, the lady behind had to tell the girl, oh, you can go up, move up a step, type thing. Because they were just off in their own little world. They didn't care either. They probably enjoyed that time to be able to stand there and, talk to people, do whatever you do. So there was no urgency. No, I got to get out of here. I'm getting angry, this, that, and the other thing. It'd be amazing to be able to ask these people, what exactly were you feeling at that moment? Now, to go ahead in the story a little further, the one that was angry and did stay in the lineup, he goes around, goes to the window. Well, it's about time. And the woman, she apologized to everybody as they were going up there. My apologies, sorry. He was having none of it. He wasn't to the point of being belligerent or demeaning her or anything like that. You should open more windows or things like this. Well, they just don't have the help to do it. Look at the world around you right now. People are quitting their jobs left, right, and center. If this is watched in the near future or the far future, it's COVID. We're just coming into second, third year of it, whatever. I've lost track. But because there's so many jobs out there that are paying better, people are just up and quitting and going elsewhere. So I thought, okay, what happened in your life, mate, that got you to that point, that your belief has triggered that emotion. And anger is an emotion. But why are you taking it out on the postal lady? She's doing her job. She actually probably made that woman's day by having a little chit chat with her. She was still working away, filling out the forms and things like that. But she wasn't doing it super fast. And she was still acknowledging her and still showing her some humanity. So I get up there. She apologizes. I say, don't worry about it. I had no place to go. I didn't tell her I stood there watching other people because there was still a big lineup behind me. Did my bit and left. So then, okay, I get home. And I kind of had to observe where I came up with how I reacted in that situation. Now, I knew that I'm not going to do it during a busy period where I'm going to get stressed because I've got to get back, I've got something happening, I've got to get on a meeting, whatever the case may be. I went when I knew I would have the time, because you just don't know. You really don't. Even when you think it's going to be quiet, you could be surprised. Why didn't I get annoyed at that lady having the conversation with the postmaster? Well, I looked at her and thought of her situation. She was elderly. I would say middle 80s. She's up there. And I know from having elderly in-laws and things like that myself, and now just having one of my in-laws pass away, my mom-in-law is by herself. We always make sure we check on her every day, we talk to her every day, but it's not the same. It really isn't. So to see a different face, to talk to somebody different, and unfortunately you hear the horror stories of the elderly being left and they don't see anybody for days. And that really saddens me because it is about the humanities of it all. So for her to have a few minutes of human contact, who the hell am I to take that away from her? Just because I have human contact all the time, that doesn't give me the right to say you can't have any if it inconvenienced me for 10 minutes. Yeah, I could see if it was different, if they were chatting, having a sandwich or this or that. Because you see that when you go into the grocery stores, the two cashiers talking amongst each other and they're not doing anything and they're talking about their weekend. I do get a little annoyed over that. Because talk about it on your break, please. I just want to get in, get out, be done. But that's something I have to learn to deal with. I just smile and get on with it and don't say nothing, because you know what? Why? Whose day am I going to ruin? Only mine. And that's what I looked at with this person that was angry and went up there and had to go at the postmaster. Not only, are you ruining your day by having that anger and aggression, you're probably ruining her day after she has just given somebody an ounce of humanity. So you're going to set the stage for her emotion. And I hope she just wiped it off and went, yeah, whatever, when he left. But now you're ruining everybody else's day in the lineup because of your attitude. But a lot of us can go, you just, I wish you could see yourself, buddy, because you're not nice. You are not a nice person. But there's got to be a reason for that. So now he's probably going to leave and still be angry, get home, be angry, and it's just a domino effect. Now, the one that got really angry and stomped out, in a sense, that's a good thing. Because maybe he came to an awareness, I'm getting angry and I'm going to explode, so now's my time to leave before I do. He became mindful of that. Just like I became mindful of the whole situation around me. That the little old lady, the postmaster. Again, it's all assumptions. But you know what? I had to smile about it. Yeah, she just had some time, some humanities. The ones that are oblivious. I wish I could do that. On my phone, just totally lost in the world. Good for them. But then on some level, it's you're not paying attention to what's going on around you. Somebody could be robbing the place and you're on your phone, but that's not up to me to judge. But it just sort of made me chuckle. There was a whole cornucopia of different personalities there. And I'm not saying one's right and one's wrong, but I really had to be mindful, and I think I'm going to use that word a lot, of the situation. Now, if I wasn't mindful of that situation, I probably could have got annoyed. Said, for Christ's sakes, do I really want to be standing here? I just want to get out of here. I got places to go, people to annoy. But you know what? I just enjoyed the moment. I actually enjoyed the somewhat peace and quiet. I enjoyed getting out from the four walls. That's how I had to look at it. But some people don't react that way. So, what has set them off? What has their beliefs and conditions been? When did it happen that has set them on this reaction to a situation or a stress? Who has done that to set them on this situation? If it is a who at all, we don't know. That's something they would have to look into. So I'm actually quite, I want to say, proud of myself that I didn't go, for Christ's sakes, I got better things to do. I want to get out of here. But that I actually took a moment and looked around, because I initially started off slightly annoyed. Not much, but it's when I actually started looking that I started smiling. Thinking, I'm seeing all these different personalities. I'm seeing that there's something underlying there that's setting them off, or their beliefs, or their conditioning. Is it something they've seen their parents do or their loved ones do? Who knows? Probably their parents. I know the parents always get blamed for everything. But at some point in life, you're conditioned to believe, and, this is the way you react. If you drive with a parent and they're constantly swearing and yelling at people driving by them, you're going to end up being like that if you're not mindful of it. Or if you say, I just don't like that behavior, I'm not going to do it. That's also a good thing. But, okay, my beautiful souls, I think I've rambled on long enough. But just the next time you're in that situation and you feel stress coming on or something's bothering you, it might be worth just to have a look around. Look at the whole situation and then look at yourself. Why am I reacting like that? What has caused me to react like that? Because that little bit of mindfulness can, one, save you from having a bad day, save you from getting stressed, or even before you go out, if like the post office is going to be busy and you don't have the patience to stand in line, then don't go at that time. People say, well, I shouldn't have to. I go whenever I want. Well, what? Is the people are supposed to part and let you through? Is that an arrogance or a conceit that you have to think that the world has to shift to what you believe and everybody's a mind reader? Oh, here comes so-and-so. Let's get out of the way so he can go ahead so he won't get angry. No, it's about patience and compassion and looking within yourself and understanding why you reacted that way. And also, how does it feel? How do you feel after you get angry? Like if you have road rage, you're yelling at a car that, cut you off. They don't care, they're gone. But you're the one that's still angry. And everybody in the car now is like walking on eggshells, so to speak. So what purpose was that? What has it fulfilled? What would be the best way to handle it so your stress level is dropped and you're not worried about it? All this sort of thing. Now, I can't speak for everybody because I don't know everybody's story. But you can take something away from that about observing, understanding, reflecting. How did it feel? If it doesn't feel good, why are you doing it? What's planted in your subconscious somewhere? What habit or behavior have you picked up throughout your life? That's now like just brushing your teeth. You just automatically do it. Even though it doesn't feel good and it raises your blood pressure, all this sort of thing. So, my beautiful souls, just if you're in that position, just take a moment and look at it differently. And just see it even more so. Like when a stressful situation hits, okay, why am I getting stressed? What's my stress level on this? Okay, if it's a 10, why am I reacting to that situation? What can I do to bring that situation down? Let's look beyond that situation and see if it's like an unpurposed thing or somebody's deliberately trying to, stress you out. Well, no, they're not. It could be a case they're not trying to stress you out because this little lady did not go into the post office to mail her envelope and thought, I'm going to stress a whole bunch of people out. That was not her intention. But some people in the fit of anger see that as her intention. But it wasn't. She was just going to mail, have a little chit-chat, go home, probably have a cup of tea and a bicky. So, no harm, no foul for her. She had a good day. But everybody else, because of some people's behavior, could say, that was uncomfortable, that was stressful. So it's like checking in on why. And, who, what, when, where, why. And asking yourself all this. And it will bring your stress levels down. If you find ways around it, address it. Just ask yourself why. Okay, beautiful souls. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Okay, bye-bye.